Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, Divine Sunshiners. I pulled some cards today about the energies that I am feeling this Sunday. There is a feeling of wanting to go into warrior mode. It's a feeling of justice, of a wanting to rebalance self. And that's interesting. I had posted on the community tab for you guys about what's real talk. So this is kind of reading / trigger warning about that. What's going on with us is bigger than what we think. So it's interesting in the cards I picked here, which is right now we are working on ending cycles to heal our brokenheartedness, especially when it comes to connections and building a community or a network of other people that's involved, and moving into the energies that understanding that we got to be more grounded and rooted in our divine masculine energies, which means our leadership and how we go about getting things, and then moving out of the thing of working against being with one another. This also leads into my thing about what's going on with us as far as building, even if you say on YouTube or any kind of social networking site here, how in some ways it is working against. And I posted on there about that because many of you all, and I want to really truly warn, really bring this to your attention. I don't want to say, well, this is trigger warning. Bring this to your attention, how you coming in with the purest of intentions, especially helping out people via using social media. There is a game that has to be played. And this is interesting because this was brought out in this was brought out, excuse me. I apologize. The dogs got to barking and she kept on. I don't know. She sees spiritual things too as well. And so that causes for Ebony to bark. But anyway, understand that those of you that want to, there is a game being played. And I watched, interesting, the new Space Jam, which spoke about the inside, the analytics, the artificial intelligence that goes on, that really acts as a thing is supposed to be helping to help with the algorithms and the understanding as far as what information gets out there and what information does not. Those of you all that are thinking about it going on YouTube or anything of those other kind of channels, I want to kind of bring to your attention, there is a battle, as you hear the kids in the background doing, as far as how you can get your information out there into the collective. There is a game of playing as far as how many likes, how many comments, how many people subscribe, as well to what is being put out there as your videos. And I know many of us, when we put out the information, we, just like myself, toil over it. It is our baby. We spend nights and get ideas and inspirations in the wee hours of the morning on the information that we put out there. And a lot of times when you do that, it is received or not. I can understand fair play if it is that people are not getting the information because maybe they don't like. But for a system to behind that intentionally find ways because of there's certain criterias that must be met according to them in order to push your information out there. And speaking with Kay Moon, who is a well-known astrologist on YouTube, she stated and said that there's a thing of being promoted and demoted. If you put your information out there every day, constantly, and people are commenting and liking, there's really a lot of things. Hey. uh, there, excuse me for hollering, there is a tendency for you to be rewarded like that. However, I want to bring to your attention where you might, in doing so, you become somewhat a slave to, or you're hustling to get the information out. And then after a while, you wear yourself out because it's not truly letting spirit do it, but at the same time, you're letting social media drive you to get the content out and say, you got to get it out, you got to get it out. So, in some ways, you are again playing to the program. And this is another way in which, for people like myself that are empaths and the energies, we can't crank out every day like that. And so, in some ways, because of social media, we are being penalized because of that. And this is myself and other big names have had said the same thing. Sometimes we have to take off because of family situations, or we have to take off because of whatever it is, because of the energies is too strong, and we know that it seems like in some ways they're not kind to that, or job related, or just life, period, in general. This is something that I feel again that YouTube and others need to kind of again work on that as well. But I want to bring this to your attention because I know many of you all I talk to, and you're saying in your mission and your purpose, you're getting into the understanding that this might be something seriously that you want to pursue. So in our energies, understanding that even in healing, hey, even in healing, and there go the battle again between our light and our shadow, and bringing those two things together, that we have to understand that it's about now who we're bringing onto our stage, as Shakespeare says. And some of us might even feel like, again, off of that one, that the people we'll find out that are no longer going to be able to continue to go on the journey with us. I have warned you all and told you all about that, because some of them, because of their frequency, are going to end up just like the dogs there, battling against you, either subconsciously, hey, subconsciously, or consciously doing it. You've got to be grounded and rooted. This has been brought out in several messages, myself, Benita, myself, and even me getting personal readings. I have found that this has to be true as well. There's a lot of battling, because I can tell, even with the sensitivities with my kids here, furry kids, that again, there will be moments of peace and there will be moments of battling. However, understand that the thing of competition within yourself, of the light and dark, some way you've got to come to the point that that you've got to surrender to it, surrender to the process. But at the same time, you might even find yourself having to cut the competition or cut the things that are going against you, such as, like I say, envy, which to me means going against something, is envious, which it means, again, looking at others and seeing what they have, taking that off the table and not even comparing yourself to others. Stay in your uniqueness. Even those of you all that are going out and thinking about going on social media, keep on continuously to do you. And don't compare yourself, because what you bring into the table is something unique. Find ways in which to be able to work around that system. At the same time, as well as you're healing yourself just in the world, and when we talk about dynamics and relationships as well, don't compare yourself to what's going on with your person and what they're doing, or even compare yourself to other people just in life, because you divine. And we have to remember that, because a lot of times on this walk, we are so overthinking. And I'm seeing that so very clearly that that is the thing that is imprisoning us the most, our thought and our mind. I've been saying that several times, get out of your mind, get into your heart. I've even found myself even looking at my cohort and saying a lot of times, seeing how so much into the mind. And I had to start saying, you know what, I'm going to charge it to your head and not to your heart. What's going on with you? And they probably saying the same thing with me as well. So again, this thinking, we cannot right now and where we are ground and root ourselves in our mind. That is not going to work. This thing, like I say, is bigger than you. And the way in order for us to be able to get victory is, again, networking with others that understand that they're more heart-centered, more spiritually based, less than into the world. Because if you look in this card more so, they got a lot of worldly things like cups and things that are victory there, getting out of that sense of modality of understanding, but moving into healing the heart and being able to trust the heart to end cycles, because there is a battle. There is a battle going on with your shadow. Your shadows is trying to overthink, use the ego, and use the mind to become victorious over it. Okay? All right then, as always, back to battling again. As always, stay uplifted. Don't forget about the 8-8. Now I'm the choice. Don't forget about the you might even feel like you want to kind of start picking at source, which is which is again for mastery, because you feeling like, hey, this is not going. So you might even feel, because now they messing with me, you might even feel like you want to kind of start getting at source as well, like Job asking, what's happening? Why am I in this situation too as well? So again, get in your meditation space where you are more so listening, more so than giving out the informations and affirmations. Hey, more into your heart space and understanding about things. But again, like I said, about talking to source and saying that, get with source. Don't fight against source, because now she's fighting with me. Do not fight with source. Listen to source. Source sees all things and knows all things. And it knows better about how you can be able to, it's a 9, in the cycles to this brokenheartedness that you're in as well. So we can heal it and really truly trust this, what's going on in our heart. That's half of our problem. Because of the brokenheartedness, we're not willing to trust and go into our heart space. But guess what? In our heart space is where our soul is. That is where our counterpart or our cohort resides. And that's why a lot of times we can't hear, we can't see, and we can't trust what's going on with our cohorts or the process, because we need to actually heal this heart so we can be able to hear what the heart is saying. Don't forget about the 8-8 event that's having again. That's going to help us to rebirth, get you more in tune. We got a lot of things we're talking about. The family. We're talking about rebirthing our business on social media. We're talking about also rebirthing through journal writing, rebirthing after having a narcissistic relationship, or also understanding what truly is love's great design. Also, so we got a lot of great speakers. Look in the community tab for the poster that lets you know who's coming here. There's guest speakers as well. It's going to be 2 p.m. Central, held on Divine Unisoul's 11 YouTube channel as well. So it's free. Again, great giveaways are going to be given again. All I ask for you is a comment, to like, share, and subscribe. And that's, again, I made that comment about in my community post about that real talk. How, again, the likes and the shares and the subscribes also help with us with those algorithms. So those of you all that think about going into business, please make sure you say that all of the time. Please, even if the person does not say it, because they're so involved in getting that message and that content, you hit the like. It's not because you liking it because you say, oh, I agree totally, this whole message resonate, but it's just saying thank you for taking time out, because even if it does not resonate with me, it resonates with someone in the community. And that's why you do it. We've got to get out. We say we're spiritual, but we're not supportive. That goes back to this community in reverse. We're not supportive of each other. We kind of on this where we talk about this, and this is real talk, and this is a trigger warning. We kind of envious of each other, and we got to kind of move out of that. Just because I'm liking your stuff, we got to learn how to lift up each other as well. I think about also with Tabitha Brown and her new seasoning, and Monique came out pumping her new seasoning from McCormick called Sunshine. And, you know, Wendy Williams went on the other rant. I talked about that on my podcast, putting her down for retiring her husband. And then Monique came around and said, let me go ahead and plug this child's seasoning. Well, I don't know what Monique is doing, the comedian, at all, but she's not, her stuff, her popularity and her stuff and her game of out there in Hollywood is not like it used to be. But she's saying, okay, I could put that to the side and uplift another newcomer that's hot and coming and is in the know, and support her in what she's doing. That's how we've got to do that. We say we're spiritual, well, we're not really supporting each other like we should. Comment on people's things, share on their things as well if you see that. They're saying that's good. Tell people about some stuff. They say, hey, you need to kind of check out this reader. It's not only for me. You don't ever hear me always say, ooh, do this for me. I always think about myself and the community. That's how you know when somebody's real. When it's all about me and my channel and what I'm doing like that. As a light worker, you need to be question marking, saying, wait a second. And you can tell that they genuine about that. Say, well, see other people. Because I tell you in a minute, you see on my community tab, I plug other people. It's not because, ooh, I feel like I got to do that. It's because I know that once I uplift you, we uplift each other, just like the infinity sign. So we've got to really move out of that. And I could kind of tell that really on this, in our twin flame community, we haven't really gotten that too well. Okay, so let me stop because somebody chewing on something they ain't got no business. There she is at all. I don't know what she got in her mouth. And so let me go on ahead and get that. So again, check out us as I bring on other people. You notice when I do the events, I don't do any talking. Why? Because I let them go on ahead and shine. I let the people that I invited to share their gifts and talents and abilities to be able to shine with us. And that's what it's really truly about. It's not a me show or it's because I did this. This is where you be able to shine. Because I did this. It's none of that stuff. That stuff has to be put to the side. And this is what we're talking about, the movement and the energies that we're moving into as far as in the community. And like I said, there's things out there just like YouTube and social media that's going against us being able to link arms, as April said, and to come together as light workers so we can be able to shine bright and to change the frequency. Your job, even if you say, hey, that ain't for me, I don't want to do, what's this in your mouth? Excuse me one second. Your job in the community, even if you say, hey, leadership, I don't want to do what you want to do. All I want to do is read and listen to what you all are saying. As readers, that's fine. Do your part. Do your part in supporting. That's what you are to do as a follower. If you're saying that is not my ministry, I was not called to do that, then support. Do that. Shine your light, help and bounce back that light and give back to that reader. Because again, some of the readers are being silenced. I can see that, especially even the new ones. You see that I put on there my community tab. I got my nieces now doing it. I'm uplifting her, making sure that she gets out there good footing so she can really truly go out there and shine, because now she's been called, her light has been turned on. She's now awakened to help the divine twin flame community as well. So do your part. And I'm just saying that we're doing our part. Do your part as a reader, or as a person who is supporting, that's listening. Even I got readers on here. Do your part and support other readers too as well. It doesn't mean that you liking that you dimming your own shine to do that in the process. Okay. So I'm just, like I said, real talk. That's how I am. Like I said, I'm the Mary J. Blige of the thing. Well, you know, Mary J. Blige is very on her thing. She keeps it real. She keeps it hard. But again, you understand her message. All right, then. I love you. I do. I really do. But again, we've got to start now, stop being followers, and we got to be really, truly the leaders that we were born to be, because some of us is just passively just sitting but we're not getting off our booties. As I'm looking in this picture here, we ain't getting off our booties to go ahead and truly dance with the rhythm of life. All right then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago.